गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविम् कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजम् ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
हिरण्यवर्णाम् हरिणीम् सुवर्णरजतस्रजाम् चन्द्राम् हिरण्मयीम् लक्ष्मीम् जातवेदो महावः ताम् महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीम् यस्याम् हिरण्यम् विन्देयम् गामश्वम् पुरुषाणम् अश्वपूर्वाम् रथमध्याम् हस्तिनादप्रमोदिनीम् श्रियम् देवीमुपक्वये श्रीर्मा देवेजुषताम् कांसोऽस्मिताम् हिरण्यप्राकारामार्द्राम् ज्वलन्ते तृप्ताम् तर्पयन्तीम् पद्मे स्थिताम् पद्मवर्णाम् तामिहोपक्वये श्रियम् चन्द्राम् प्रभासाम् यशसा ज्वलन्तीम् श्रियम् लोके देवजुष्ठामुदाराम् ताम् पद्मिनीमीम् शरणमहम् प्रपद्ये अलक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यताम् त्वाम् ऋणे आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोत बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसानुदन्तु मायान्तरायाश्च बाह्या अलक्ष्मीः उपैतु माम् देवसगः कीर्तिश्च मणिना सह प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिवृद्धिम् ददातु मे च्युत्पिपासामलाम् ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीर्नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिम् च सर्वानिर्नुद मे गृहात् गन्धद्वाराम् दुराधर्षान् नित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीगुम् सर्वभूतानाम् तामिहोपह्वये श्रियम् मनसः काममाकोतिम् वाचः सत्यमशीमहे पशूनाम् रूपमन्नस्य महिष्ये श्रयताम् यशः कर्दमेन प्रजा भूता मयि सम्भव कर्दमा श्रियम् वासय मे कुले मातरम् पद्ममालिनीम् आपसृजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवस मे गृहे निज देवीम् मातरम् श्रियम् वासय मे कुले आर्द्राम् पुष्करिणीम् पुष्टिम् पिङ्गलाम् पद्ममालिनीम् चन्द्राम् हिरण्मयीम् लक्ष्मीम् जातवेदो महावः आर्द्राम् यक्करिणीम् यष्टिम् सुवर्णाम् हेममालिनीम् सूर्याम् हिरण्मयीम् लक्ष्मीम् जातवेदो महावः ताम् महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीम् यस्याम् हिरण्यम् प्रभूतम् गावो दास्योश्वान् विन्देयम् पुरुषानहम् यः शुचिप्रयतो भूत्वा जुहुयादाज्वमन्वहम् श्रियः पञ्चदशर्चम् च श्रीकामः सततम् जपेत् पद्मानने पद्म ऊरू पद्माक्षे पद्मसम्भवे त्वम् माम् भजस्व पद्माक्षीम् येन सौख्यम् लभाम्यहम् अश्वदायी गोदायी धनदायी महाधने धनम् मे जुषताम् देवी सर्वकामाश्च देहि मे पुत्रपौत्रधनम् धान्यम् हस्त्यश्वादिगवेरथम् प्रजानाम् भवसि माता आयुष्मन्तम् करोतु माम् धनमग्निर्धनम् वायुर्धनम् सूर्यो धनम् वसुः धनमिन्द्रो बृहस्पतिर्वरुणम् धनमश्नुते वैनतेय सोमम् पिबतु वृत्रः सोमम् धनस्य सोमिनो मह्यम् ददातु सोमिनः न क्रोधो न च मात्सर्यम् न लोभो नाशुभामतिः भवन्ति कृतपुण्यानाम् भक्तानाम् श्रीसूक्तम् जपेत् सदा वर्षन्तु ते विभावरे दिवो अभ्रस्य विद्युतः रोहन्तु सर्वबीजान्यमब्रह्मद्विषो जहि पद्मप्रिये पद्मिनि पद्महस्ते पद्मालये पद्मदलायताक्षी विश्वप्रिये विष्णुमनोनुकूले त्वत्पादपद्मम् मयि सन्निधस्व या सा पद्मासनस्था विपुलकटितटे पद्मपत्रायताक्षी गम्भीरावर्धनाभिस्तनभरनमिता शुभ्रवस्त्रोत्तरीया लक्ष्मीर्दिव्यैर्गजेन्द्रैर्मणिगणगजितैः स्नापिता हेमकुम्भैः नित्यम् सा पद्महस्ता मम वसतु गृहे सर्वमाङ्गल्ययुक्ता लक्ष्मीम् क्षीरसमुद्रराजतनयाम् श्रीरङ्गधामेश्वरीम् दासीभूतसमस्तदेववनिताम् लोकैकदीपाम् गुराम् श्रीमन्मन्दकटाक्षलब्धविभव ब्रह्मेन्द्रगङ्गाधराम् त्वाम् त्रैलोक्यकुटुम्बिनीम् सरसिजाम् वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियाम् सिद्धलक्ष्मीर्मोक्षलक्ष्मीर्जयलक्ष्मी सरस्वती श्रीलक्ष्मीर्वरलक्ष्मीश्च प्रसन्ना मम सर्वदा वराङ्कुशोपाशमभीतिमुद्राम् करैर्वहन्तीम् कमलासनस्ताम् बालार्ककोटिप्रतिभाम् त्रिनेत्राम् भजेऽहमम्बाम् जगदीश्वरीम् त्वाम् सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते महालक्ष्मी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्नी च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात्
जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः स नः परिषदति दुर्गाणि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुम् दुरितात्यग्निः तामग्निवर्णाम् तपसा ज्वलन्तीम् वैरोचनीम् कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम् दुर्गाम् देवीगुम् शरणमहम् प्रपद्ये सुतरसितरसे नमः अग्ने त्वम् पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा पूश्च पृथ्वी बकुलान उर्वी भवातोकायतनयाय शय्योः विश्वानिनो दुर्गः जातवेदस्सिन्धुम् ननावा दुरितातिपर्षे अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानो स्माकम् बोच्छविता तनूना वृतनाजितगुम् सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुम् हुवेम परमात् सदस्तात् स नः पर्षदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा क्षामद्देवो अतिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिकमीढ्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होता नव्यश्च सत्सि स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवम् विप्रयस्वास्मभ्यञ्जसौ भगमायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तम् तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नागस्य पृष्ठमपि संवसानो वैष्णवीम् लोक इह मादयन्ता कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गः प्रचोदयात्
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
पशुपति तनया बालगजानन
पशुपति तनया बालगजानन
पशुपति तनया बालगजानन
पशुपति तनया बालगजानन
तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा
विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा
तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा
तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा।
हे शिवनंदन बालगजानन हे शिवनंदन बालगजानन विद्या बुद्धि प्रदाता विद्या बुद्धि प्रदाता मंगल कर हे मंगल कर हे मंगल कर हे मंगल कर हे सुंदर साई गणेशा गणेशा सुंदर साई गणेशा पशुपति तनया बालगजानन तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा हे शिवनंदन बालगजानन विद्या बुद्धि प्रदाता मंगल कर हे मंगल कर हे सुंदर साई गणेशा गणेशा सुंदर साई गणेशा पशुपति तनया बालगजानन
श्री गुरु प्रतिवासा
श्री गुरु प्रतिवासा
श्री
पर्तिवासा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
अल्लाह भी तुम हो मौला भी तुम हो
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 सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु 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 भी तुम हो
राम रहीम हो कृष्ण करीम 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 हो
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
साई ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेशा
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
अल्लाह भी तुम हो मौला भी तुम हो
अल्लाह भी तुम हो मौला भी तुम हो
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु भी तुम हो
सौराष्ट्र महावीर यीशु भी तुम हो
राम रहीम हो कृष्ण करीम 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 हो
श्री गुरु पर्तिवासा
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणा मनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणा मनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
मन्दहासमुखा शशिवदनी
हासमुख शशिवदनी
मन्दहासमुखा शशिवदनी
हासमुख शशिवदनी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणा मनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणमनोहरी
चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी
चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी
चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी
चन्दन कुङ्कुम अलङ्कृतवदनी
साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी
साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी
साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी
साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुणा मनोहरी
सुन्दरवदनी सुगुण
महेश्वरी
साई महेश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी।
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति
ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति ओम शक्ति जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ,
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ,
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ,
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ।
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ,
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ।
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ,
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ।
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ,
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ,
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ,
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ।
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ,
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ।
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ,
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ।
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ,
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ।
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ,
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ।
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ,
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ।
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ,
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ।
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ,
शेरा वाली माँ, जोता वाली माँ,
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ,
पहाड़ा वाली माँ, जय जग जननी साई माँ।
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ,
जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ साई माँ।
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ,
जय जय माँ जय जय माँ जय जय माँ साई माँ।
जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ, जय जय वैष्णवी देवी माँ। ओम जग जननी साई माता,
ओम जग जननी साई माता।
ओम जग जननी साई माता,
ओम जग जननी साई माता।
ओंकार रूपिणी साई माता, साई माता।
ओम जगत जननी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
साई माता सत्य साई माता।
साई माता सत्य साई माता।
साई माता साई माता।
साई माता साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
हे अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
ओम जगजननी साई माता।
ओम जगजननी साई माता।
ओंकार रूपिणी साई माता।
रूपिणी साई माता।
ओम जगज्जननी साई माता।
ओम जगज्जननी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
अभय प्रदायिनी साई माता।
साई माता साई माता।
साई माता साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
हे अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
अनाथ रक्षकी साई माता।
ओम जगजननी साई माता।
जगदोधारिणी माता दुर्गा। जगदोधारिणी माँ। 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 जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ जननी। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ जननी। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ जननी। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ। जागो जागो माँ जननी। हे दुर्गा देवी रणचंडी देवी। हे शिव रमणा जागो माँ। जगो जगदो धारिणी जगो जगदो धारिणी जगदो धारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदो धारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदो धारिणी जगो जगो माँ जगो जगो माँ जगो जगो माँ जननी जगो जगो माँ जगो जगो माँ जगो जगो माँ जननी हे दुर्गा देवी रण चंडी देवी हे शिव रमणा जगो माँ हे दुर्गा देवी रण चंडी देवी हे शिव रमणा जगो हे शिव रमणा जगो माँ हे शिव रमणा जगो माँ जगो जगदो धारिणी माँ जगो जगदो धारिणी माँ जगो जगदो धारिणी माँ जगो जगदो धारिणी माँ जगदो धारिणी माता दुर्गा जगदो धारिणी माँ हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे हर गंगे हर 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 हर गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे 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 पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा हर 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 गंगे हर 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 गंगे हर 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 गंगे शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई 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 हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे हे नटराजा हे शिव राजा हर 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 गंगे 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 पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा पर्तिपुरीश्वरा जय गंगाधरा हर 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 गंगे हर 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 गंगे शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
शंकरा शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
शिव शंकरा शिव शंकर शंकर साई
हर हर गंगे हर हर गंगे
जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ
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 जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
साई भवानी माँ
साई भवानी माँ
सत्य साई भवानी माँ
सत्य साई भवानी माँ
सिंहवाहिनी त्रिशूलधारिणी अम्बे 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 भवानी माँ
जय जय जननी साई जननी परती निवासिनी 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 माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
साई भवानी माँ
साई भवानी माँ
सत्य साई भवानी माँ
सत्य साई भवानी माँ
जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
जय माँ जय माँ
साई भवानी माँ
साई भवानी माँ जय जय जननी साई जननी अम्बे भवानी माँ।
शांति शांति शांति।
ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। वन्दे मातरम् अम्बिकां भगवतीं वाणीरमासेवितां कल्याणीं कमनीयकल्पलतिकां कैलासनाथप्रियां वेदान्तप्रतिपाद्यमानविभवां विद्वन्मनोरञ्जनीं श्रीचक्राङ्कितरत्नपीठनिलयां श्रीराजराजेश्वरी, offering my most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our most beloved Sai Ma. Respected elders and dear brothers and sisters, loving Sai Ram to all of you present here. Navaratri is a very, very special festival that is celebrated in this holy land of Bharatavarsha. And probably it is one of the longest celebrated festival in our country. Now, apart from the beautiful, extravagant and colorful celebration that is associated with this festival is pregnant with a lot of inner meanings and significances. I'm sure most of you seated here will be aware of one of the significance, which is the victory of good over evil. But I think that is not the only significance that is associated with this festival. In my opinion, there is yet another very beautiful yet subtle theme or significance that this festival stands for, and I will be attempting to speak about that in today's talk. Now, for a change, instead of telling the theme, I would like all of us to visualize the theme. So this incident happened here in Prashanthanilayam, right here in Kulwant Hall. There was this batch of Sevadals who had come and they had finished their Seva, and before leaving, all of them had assembled in Kulwant Hall to take Swami's darshan and Pad Namaskar. Swami came for darshan, and in the most beautiful manner he glided through the rows of Sevadals and giving them Pad Namaskar and Prasadam. When Swami was giving Pad Namaskar in the ladies' side, and when Swami was going in one of the rows, there was this lady who was sitting at the end of the row. Now, as Swami was approaching her, this lady was in a predicament, because this lady, a mother, she was having her child on her lap, and she didn't know where to give the child, because with the child on her lap, she was not able to bend down and take Swami's Pad Namaskar. So she was in a fix. She couldn't give it to anybody sitting to her right because she was the last person in the line. And before she could even think about giving the child to the lady who was sitting on her left, the lady was busy taking Swami's Pad Namaskar, and Swami was standing right in front of her. At that moment, that mother did something very, very beautiful. She just picked her child and gave it to Swami, and Swami, that the divine mother that he is, took the child in his arms, and the mother took Pad Namaskar from Swami. And I would like all of us to just pause the visualization here and think about that picture or that frame where the mother lifts the child and Swami, the divine mother, throws his arms open and is ready to receive the child. That picture with the physical mother and the divine mother. I think this picture brings out the essence of Navaratri, which I think has two aspects to it. One is to see motherhood in divinity, and the other is to see divinity in motherhood. The shloka which I chanted in the beginning starts with the words Vande Mataram Ambikam Bhagavatim, which means salutations to the mother divine, to that divine goddess who is in the form of our mother. And I also chose this specific shloka because in the third line the shloka says Vedanta Pratipadyamana Vibhavam Vidvan Manoranjanim. Today being the first day of the Prashanti Vidwan Mahasabha, I thought it would only be apt to talk about and immerse ourselves in the divine love and grace of the divine mother who is verily Vidvan Manoranjanim, one who fills the thoughts, minds and hearts of all of us who are a part of this Prashanti Vidwan Mahasabha. So we can connect to the divine in many ways. We can see the divine as our mother, father, brother, friend, guru or beloved. How we see God makes no difference to him, but it makes all the difference to us. And among all these relationships, I personally feel that the relationship that we can share with the divine, if it is a relationship between a mother and a child, it becomes very, very special and beautiful. The Vedas rightly declare, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matru Rupena Samsthita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. This relationship between us and the Divine Mother has a lot of advantages inbuilt in it. When we connect to the Divine as our Mother, it inherently gets us a few steps nearer and dearer to our Mother. And another advantage is that we need not feel away from our Divine Mother, and in fact we can ask anything and everything to our Mother without any inhibitions. And when I think about this, I would like to narrate a personal experience which happened to me in my first year undergraduation in Vrindavan campus. So it was one of our teacher's birthday and in the hostel, and the teacher decided to distribute sweets to all the boys in the hostel during the dinner session. So after evening bhajans, I quietly sneaked inside the kitchen to see which sweet it was, and fortunately it happened to be one of my favorite sweets. That's when I came up with a master plan, thinking that I will not go immediately to the dining hall when the bell rings. I will go towards the fag end of the dining session. This was only because if I go in the beginning, I will get only one sweet, whereas towards the end if I go, and if there are extra sweets, I will get a second helping as well. So as per the plan, I went towards the fag end of the dining session, went, took my food, took my quota of one sweet, sat there and started eating. Time passed, there was no sign of the sweet coming for second helping. And it was almost time for study hours. The students had wound up the counter and have gone. So I thought, I cannot wait any longer. The sweet is not going to come. So with a heavy heart and so sad, I went to my room. I opened my cupboard. I had a picture of Swami and a chit box there. I saw Swami straight into his eyes and told, Swami, what did I ask you? Did I ask you something great? After all, I asked you for one sweet and you didn't give me. Why, Swami? Then when I picked up a chit, the chit read, I'm a silent listener to all your conversations. Immediately retorted back to Swami saying, Swami, what is the use of just listening, Swami? I didn't get the sweet. So with a heavy heart and totally disturbed, I settled down for study hours. I was in no mood to study, but I had to at least pretend that I'm studying because my room teacher would be coming for rounds to see if the students are studying or not. So, as they say, I was physically present but mentally absent. And after some time, I was so disturbed that I put my head down on the desk and I was lost in my thoughts. Few moments later, I heard somebody entering my room, go to the other end of the room and speak to my room leader and then exit. I was not bothered at all because I was lost in my thoughts. And then no sooner did that brother exit the room, my room leader called out to all of us in the room and told, brothers, since we got the room cleanliness award last week, sir has sent all of us extra sweets. That moment when I heard extra sweets, I immediately sprang to life, ran to the room leader, picked up my sweet and came to the cupboard, opened my cupboard and told Swami, Swami, I am very sorry. You not only just listen to our prayers, but you respond as well. That is the nearness and dearness that we can experience with our Divine Mother. One of the most important scriptures which praise the Divine Mother is the Lalita Sahasranama. The Lalita Sahasranama is basically a stotram which comprises of 1,000 names in praise of the Divine Mother. Names that describe her beauty, names that describe her power, and also names that describe her superiority over the entire cosmos. If one reads the Lalita Sahasranama, it also describes the abode of the Divine Mother, which is the Sri Nagara, or also called as the Sri Chakra. The Sri Chakra, if you want to visualize it, it is like a mighty fortress or a maze which cannot be traversed very easily. It has 9 levels, which is also called as the Navavarana. And each level has a deity, and the divine goddess sits in the center of the Sri Chakra, just like the Lalita Sahasranama says, Bindu Mandala Madhyastha. So for any person who reads and understands this, he can only conclude that the goddess is totally inaccessible to him. Because how can we, ordinary humans like us, even think of traversing such a difficult maze? But the answer is no. The goddess is not inaccessible to us. In fact, the solution lies in the very first name of the Lalita Sahasranama, which is Shri Mata. The Lalita Sahasranama's first shloka starts with Shri Mata and then Shri Maharajni Srimat Simhasaneshwari. Shri Mata meaning the Divine Mother. Let me give you an analogy so that we can understand this better. Imagine you are having a very big house with a lot of rooms and you are playing just outside the house on the road. And suddenly you have a fall and you are in great pain and you call out for help and shout Amma or Mother. Irrespective of where she is, irrespective of what she is doing, she just drops everything and rushes to our help. She comes out of the house, looks at us, comes to us, bends down, lifts us up and then comforts us. Similar is the case with the Divine Mother. If you think deeply, the entire concept of an avatar itself is an expression of motherly love that the divine has for her creation. true indeed when they say avatar is the descent of God for the ascent of man. At this juncture, I am reminded of a beautiful incident that happened to one of the students who studied in the Prashant Nilayam campus of our institute many years ago. So, one evening as this student was coming for the evening darshans, he had this habit of keeping his slippers next to his home here in East Prashanti. So that day when he came there, he saw his father standing outside. And the moment he saw his father's face, he knew that something was amiss, something was wrong. His father's face was tensed and he was restless. And he was in a fix at that point in time because he didn't know whether to stop there and ask his father what happened or to go and rush for the first row in darshan. As he was in this dilemma, one of the front rushers for the darshan lines told that Swami had already finished the first round of darshan and had gone to the interview room to grant interviews to a few devotees. So he decided he will go and ask his father what happened. So the moment the father saw this student, his eyes welled with tears, and with a heavy heart he told that his mother had all of a sudden collapsed and fell unconscious in the afternoon, and since then she has not got up. All the doctors are attending to her, but there is no response from the mother. Now, hearing this, immediately the student rushed inside his house and he saw his mother lying on the bed, motionless, and surrounded by doctors who were trying to desperately get her back into action. One of the doctors, seeing the student, came up and told that your mother's pulse rate is deteriorating very badly, and if the same rate continues, she will probably be alive only for the next probably 20 or 25 minutes. Now this statement, the student was totally not ready for it. This came like a thunderbolt to him, and the doctors told, now the only hope, only refuge is Swami. Please go and somehow try to inform Swami about the situation. Now this was totally unexpected situation. With a heavy heart, he came to the mandir. Now this student was a member of the bhajan group, and since the gravity of the situation demanded that he wanted the access to Swami, he asked the few senior members of the bhajan group whether he can sit near the bhajan hall door right next to the interview room. The reason being, he will be the first person whom Swami will see when he comes out of the interview room. So he got the permission, he sat there and he was trying to pray. I say trying to pray because the moment he closed his eyes, there was a battle of emotions. At one side, he was worried about his mother, the emotional aspect of the mother, and he saw her suffer over there. And the other side, he needs to pray to Swami to bring her back to life. 10 minutes passed, 20 minutes passed. There was no sign of Swami at all. And when the student turned back and he saw the doctor also come and sit for darshan. He tried to signal to the doctor as to asking what happened, is everything fine? But the doctor gave an expressionless stare at that student's face, and this increased the fear of the student even more. 30 minutes passed. According to the doctor, his mother would have been alive only for 25 minutes. And that moment he probably felt that I'll have to accept this and I will have to face one of my worst nightmares ever possible. You won't imagine, 50 minutes passed, there was no sign of Swami, and it was time for bhajans. Omkaram started, and the moment Ganesh bhajan started, the handle of the interview room door moved and Swami came out, opening the door. Swami didn't see him. In fact, that day, at that point in time, he was desperately trying to get attention of Swami, but Swami didn't even see him. Swami came out with a beaming smile, sat on the throne in bhajan hall, and was blissfully hearing the bhajans. Now this student was desperately trying to get Swami's attention, and he thought now the only way that he can get attention is to sing bhajan, because generally when students sing bhajan, Swami looks at the singer. So he asked the bhajan in charge if he can sing the second bhajan that day. And the bhajan in charge also felt that there was something wrong with that student and he agreed that he can sing the second bhajan. Once the Ganesh bhajan got over, with a heavy heart but a heart filled with yearning and devotion, the student started out with a beautiful alap. Tumeva mata cha pita tvameva, tumeva bandhuscha saka tvameva, tumeva vidya dravinam tumeva, tumeva sarvam mama deva deva, tumeva sarvam mama sai deva. And then came the most beautiful bhajan, Sai Pita or Mata Sai. He sang with lot of devotion. I'm sure most of you will be expecting a miracle here, but that didn't happen. No sooner did he reach the second line, Swami got up from his chair and walked out, and he went for a darshan in the gents side. Now, this boy didn't expect this. In fact, he was telling Swami, Swami, why are you doing this to me? Swami, where are you when I need you the most? Why are you deserting me? 4-5 bhajans passed. Swami came inside the bhajan hall. After the 6th bhajan that day, Swami took Aarti and went. That day, it was as if that particular student did not exist for Swami. So, once the bhajan was over, the student came out and he thought, yeah, maybe I have to face what needs to be faced. And he was ready to expect the unexpected. The moment when he went out of the mandir and again he saw his father outside his house. This time the father had tears in his eyes, but this time it was tears of joy. That's when he came to know that Swami had come and resurrected his mother. His mother was actually dead. Swami came and resurrected his mother. The most beautiful part of this entire experience or incident is that few days later when Swami was giving a discourse inside the bhajan hall, this student was sitting at the fag end near the Krishna Arjuna statue inside the bhajan hall. Swami mentioned that boy's name and told how he went and then resurrected his mother. And the most beautiful part of the incident is that this Swami told that this boy sang with a lot of devotion, and he told that, Swami, you are my mother and you are my father. And when he told this, I could not sit there, so I immediately went out and helped his mother and got her back to life. Such is the love and compassion of our most beloved Mother Sai. Indeed, she is the ocean of compassion. Avyaja Karuna Murti Rajnana Dvanta Deepika, says the Lalita Sahasranama. Such is the love and compassion of our most beloved Mother Sai. Now, Swami always says that his love is that of 1,000 mothers. Now, in order to experience the love and compassion of 1,000 mothers, we must first understand the love and compassion of a single mother. The Taittiriya Upanishad says, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava. Mother and father are verily God, and we must treat them as embodiments of divinity. In relating to this, I am reminded of a Chinna Katha which Swami used to say, highlighting the importance of respect towards parents. Mother Parvati and Lord Parameshwara were seated in Kailash, and they saw a man who was sitting on a branch of a tree. Now, he was sitting on a branch that was about to break. Now, seeing the impending danger that the man was facing, the most compassionate Divine Mother pleaded with Parameshwara, saying, "O Lord, this person is going to have a very bad fall. Please go and save him." But Parameshwara, who wanted to get a very important lesson out of the incident, told that, "I can't go and save him until and unless he calls. How can I go to a place uninvited?" Now, but the compassionate mother was not willing to leave this like that. So she came up with an agreement, a deal, saying that, "Oh Lord, if the person, when he is having a fall, if he shouts, Appa, or if he shouts, Oh Father, you must go and save him. But in case he shouts, Amma or Mother, I will go and save him." Parameshwara said, "Well, that's fine, I agree to it." And they were keenly looking at this person. If I have to put it another way, they were at the edge of their seats, waiting and ever ready to see who is going to go and help this person. And then that moment came when the branch gave a very big crack and that person was about to fall. And unexpectedly, he shouted, "Ayyo!" That's when Swami says that that person never shouted out saying mother or father because he never respected his parents. And how can God help a person who doesn't respect his parents? And among father and the mother always gets a higher position. And an incident to elaborate on this, I would like to narrate one incident from the Dwapara Yuga. After the Kurukshetra war, after the 100 Kauravas were dead, Krishna comes to the abode to the palace of Dhritarashtra and Gandhari. Gandhari, who was full of grief at the death of her 100 sons, at the moment Krishna arrived, with a lot of despondency, grief and anger, shouts at Krishna saying, "O Krishna, don't you know that both Pandavas and Kauravas were sons of brothers? Then why this partiality towards only the Pandavas? Couldn't you have saved at least one of my 100 sons?" Krishna, in the most calm and compassionate manner, replies to Gandhari saying, "Mother, it is not my fault. I was totally helpless. In fact, it was your fault." Gandhari was now perplexed and surprised as to how it can be her fault. Krishna then adds, saying, "You had 100 sons, but have you even seen at least one of your sons? If the mother's vision doesn't fall on sons, even God is helpless." That is the importance that is associated with motherhood in our culture. So today, it happens to be a very beautiful coincidence. Today is Gandhi Jayanti, and Mahatma Gandhi himself was an example for Matru Bhakti. An important incident which happened in his life, probably an incident which had a major impact in his life. The incident where his mother had this ritual of Kokila Vratam, where after her puja, she would have food only after hearing the cooing of the cuckoo bird. One day it so happened that a long time had passed and there was no sign of the cuckoo nor its sound. So seeing this, Mohandas was very much pained because the mother was starving. So quickly what he did, he went outside his house, hid behind a bush, and then imitated the cooing of a cuckoo bird. After that, he rushed inside his home and told his mother that, "Mother, you just now heard the cooing of the cuckoo bird, now you can go have food." But when the mother came to know that it was Mohandas who did this, and she was so pained at this, in fact, she had tears in her eyes and told, "What sin have I committed that I have a son who speaks lies?" Seeing his mother cry, that day Mohandas took a vow that he will speak nothing but the truth. That day a seed was sown in the heart of Mohandas, which made him transform from Mohandas to the Mahatma. Not just humans, even when avatars come on this earth, they lead an exemplary life which serves as an example for all of us. And what better example do we have than our most beloved Mother Sai? If you see, the Swami actually chose Mother Ishwaramma as the epicenter or focal point for his entire avataric mission. The hospitals, the educational institutions, or the water projects are nothing but Swami's fulfillment to the promises that he gave that day to Mother Ishwaramma. And in fact, another interesting point is that Mother Ishwaramma plays a very important role in making this Satya Sai avatar a very, very unique avatar. Take for instance, compared to any other Purna avatar like Rama avatar, Krishna avatar, or even for that matter, Shirdi Sai avatar, the Satya Sai avatar is very unique in the sense that it is only in this avatar that the Janma Kshetram and the Karma Kshetram are one and the same, and that is Puttaparthi. The place of birth of the avatar and the place where the avataric mission unfolded are one and the same. And this wouldn't have happened if Mother Ishwaramma wouldn't have requested Swami to stay back in Puttaparthi and continue his mission. Another beautiful example of Matru Bhakti is Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Now when young Shankara wanted to take up sannyasa, his mother was unwilling, but though unwilling she was, she gave him the permission with one condition, that at the time of her last moments, at the time of her death, Shankara must be by her bedside and perform her final rites. Now this will be a point of debate for many, saying, how can a sannyasi be attached to his mother and how can he perform the final rites, etc., etc. But I would like to view this in a different perspective. If a sannyasi like Adi Shankaracharya, if an avatar like, if the Kali Yuga avatar like our own Swami has given a lot of importance to the mother, I guess it is but our duty to give a lot of importance, respect and love for our own mother. So Shankara agreed to this, and during the last moments of his mother, Shankara came, and when he saw his mother weak, frail and sleeping on her deathbed, out came 5 beautiful verses from Adi Shankaracharya, and today it is known as the Matru Panchakam. It is probably the only composition from Adi Shankaracharya which is not in praise of any deity, but talks about the glory of a mother, talks about the divinity that is present in motherhood. The first shloka goes like this. Astam tavadiyam prasuti samaye durvara shulavvyadha nairuchyam tanusoshanam malamayim shayyacha samvatsari ekasyapi na garbhabara varana kleshasya yasyakshamaha datum nishkriti munnatopi tanayai tasyai jananyai namaha. O mother, you went through a lot of difficulties during the period of pregnancy, and at the time of childbirth you experienced excruciating pain. For all that you have done, you have sacrificed a lot for me. For all that you have done, what can I do, O mother, but offer my salutations at your lotus feet? At this point, I am reminded of a beautiful quote given by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the former president of our country. When somebody asked him, sir, can you define what is a birthday? He says, birthday is that day in your life when you cried and your mother smiled. What a profound statement that is. Mother, for all of us, mother symbolizes love, compassion and sacrifice. The last, and in Sanatana Dharma, women have always experienced exalted positions. And I think that is because of the motherhood that is associated with them. And when I think, why is motherhood so special? Why is it given that much of an importance? Almost, in fact, it is close to God. That's when I came up with this answer. The greatness of motherhood lies in inclusivity, where probably the mother is the only person on this earth who will love us even before we are born. Irrespective of how we look, who we are, she still loves us the same way. And why is she close to the divine or compared to divinity? Let me explain with an analogy. When Swami often says that I separated myself from myself to love myself, I think every mother also does the same. When we are in our mother's womb, we live as one entity with the mother. And at the process of childbirth, at the time of childbirth, she separates herself from herself so that she can love herself. The last verse of the Matru Panchakam says, Ambeti tateti shiveti tasmin prasuti sambaye yadavocha uchchaihi krishneti govinda hare mukundeti aho jananyai rachitoyam anjalihi. Rachitoyam anjalihi. O mother, during the times when you had excruciating pain, you shouted out crying for help, O Rama, O Krishna, O Govinda. You sacrificed a lot for me. For all that, what am I going to do in return? Nothing I can do but offer my tears of gratitude at your divine lotus feet. Yes, true indeed. We cannot do anything that will repay our debt to the mother. But I think one little bit that all of us can do, and that is, I guess in most of our lives, there will come a time when our parents also will become old and will become childlike and be dependent on us. That is the point where all of us, instead of showing them the way towards old age homes, we need to show them our love, our gratitude, and our respect and reverence to them. And thus, I think Navaratri is a very unique festival, and it is our way of celebrating Mother's Day. A Mother's Day with a difference, because it is a day where we see motherhood in divinity and divinity in motherhood. And I also think that the 9 days of Navaratri is nothing but a tribute to the 9 months of pregnancy that a woman undergoes towards her journey to become a mother. I would like to conclude with a song, with a prayer to our most beloved Mother Sai. Swami, please keep me near and dear to you always. And I just have one prayer, and that is, how many ever births that I take, all that I want is to be born as your child, as your son. அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காமல் உயர்வில்லையே, நேரில் நின்று பேசும் தெய்வம் பெற்ற தாயின்றி வேறொன்று ஏது, அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காமல் உயர்வில்லையே. பசும் தங்கம் புது வெள்ளி மாணிக்கம் மணி வைரம் இவையாவும் ஒரு தாய்க்கு ஈடாகுமா? விலை மீது விலை வைத்து கேட்டாலும் கொடுத்தாலும் கடை தன்னில் தாயன்பு கிடைக்காதம்மா. பொருளோடு புகழ் வேண்டும் மகனல்ல தாயே, உன் அருள் வேண்டும் எனக்கென்றும் அது போதுமே. அடுத்திங்கு பிறப்பொன்று அமைந்தாலும் நான் உந்தன் மகனாக பிறக்கின்ற வரம் வேண்டுமே. அதை நீயே தருவாயே, அம்மா என்றழைக்காத உயிரில்லையே, அம்மாவை வணங்காமல் உயர்வில்லையே. Love you, Swami. Thank you for your patient listening. Jai Sai Ram.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे, स्वामी सत्य साई हरे, भक्त जना संरक्षक, भक्त जना संरक्षक, पति महेश्वरा, ओम जय जगदीश हरे। शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते, स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते, आश्रित
स्वामी मरि अन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी हो साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंधुको मंगल आरती अंधुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई